in 3, 2.
Hello, and welcome to the first ever episode of Kicking It with Kaz. Well, I mean the first ever public episode. Okay, I may or may not have recorded 2 other episodes previous to this that were supposed to be the first episode, but they were fine. They were good. They were okay. They were, pretty, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10s. Not the worst thing in the world. I would have released them, but prior to recording one of them, this is the reason why I didn't release it. So prior to recording one of them, I was downstairs because getting some water, right? And I was downstairs as in like downstairs in my home, because right now the set that we're in right now is currently in my bedroom because we have a very, very low budget, and by low, I mean like low fucking budget. And by low budget, I mean I didn't even have a fucking budget. I just spent money that I couldn't spend. I know originally when I started, getting a little bit of cash coming, I was going to put 30% away for taxes. I'm like, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to be good with my money. I'm going to be financially stable. Yeah. I am financially stable. I'm fine. I'm doing fine. We're chilling. We're vibing. Okay. We're living life large. But what I didn't do, like I said, was put away 30%. So now I put away 0%. Zilch, not a nothing for taxes. And I'm just kind of hoping that when tax season rolls around, I just throw a number at the bank, and hopefully it's the right one. And they don't come looking for me, because the IRS, they're going to be up my ass. I don't also, why can't they just tell us how much we're supposed to pay in taxes? I don't understand why do we got to play this little guessing game? Why do you got to lie to me, and why do you got to pretend like you don't know the number? I know you know the number. Just give me the fucking number. Why do I got to sit here and do calculations? I got to hire somebody. I got to go to TurboTax. I got to get Turbo on the job. I got to get Turbo doing my taxes. Turbo sounds like after he does my taxes, he sells drugs out of his minivan. Turbo doesn't sound like the best guy to be having to do my taxes, but I got to use him. I got to use Turbo because he's like one of the only ones out there. Why can't I just walk in to the IRS? I don't know where the IRS is, but I'm assuming it's a place. Why can't I just walk in there and be like, hey, do you know how much I'm supposed to pay in taxes? And they'll be like, yeah. As a matter of fact, it's right here. And I'll be like, oh, sick. Can I have that? Fuck no. Get out of my office. That's uncalled for. God, you insensitive prick. God, like, why do we got to play this guy's game? Anyways, I was downstairs, like I was saying. I was downstairs, came up here into the set, but right before I did that, I was getting water. It was like 10 minutes before I decided I was going to record the first episode, and my dad was also in the kitchen, and he goes, hey, check this out. He goes, I found this old picture. I go, oh, sick. We're going to reminisce a little bit, have a little bonding time. Let's see what this picture is. And he goes, yeah, here. It's your dead dog. What? Why would you? He shows me an old picture of my dead dog right before I'm about to be on here, get Lucy. I'm supposed to be in a silly goosey mood. I'm supposed to be in a silly, fun little mood up here. But unfortunately, he shows me this little picture, and he's like, and it just made me, I wasn't able to function. I came up here, and all I was doing was thinking about my dead dog the entire time. And then when I'm down there, he goes, hey, he starts reminiscing on our dead dog. And he goes, man, what a good fucking dog was. You know what? He was a fantastic dog. He was a great dog. Don't get me wrong, but I can't be fucking thinking about him right now. Now I'm running back. Now I'm running it back, and I'm thinking about the day we had to fucking put him down, and I'm like, oh my God. It wasn't a good look. It just wasn't a good look. Anyways, listen, you're probably wondering, Anthony, what are we going to talk about here? What are the topics that we're going to run through? What's going to be going through on a weekly basis? You know what? I'm happy you asked. That's a fantastic question. Let me break it down for you. The things we're going to be talking about. One day, I might walk in here. I might talk about geckos for 45 minutes. As a matter of fact, I might have the Geico gecko on here as a guest one day. I don't know. Actually, can we get someone on that? Can somebody? I'm talking to nobody. There's nobody behind the camera. But we'll try and figure that out. Maybe we'll get the Geico gecko in here. Maybe we won't. No promises. Okay. And on other days, I might tell stories, 15, 20-minute stories, like longer stories that I can't fit on TikTok, of course, with more details that are just better overall. And that's pretty much it. That's not pretty much it. We're going to talk about anything. We're going to talk about anything and everything, whatever pisses me off, whatever's not pissing me off, shit on Twitter, people on Twitter that are stupid, people on Twitter that are smart, even though that doesn't exist sometimes. But hey, it doesn't matter. Whatever. Transition. I can't remember. Oh, hey, look at the set. I know if you're not watching on YouTube, you probably can't look at the set, so I'm going to break it down for you right now. We got a couch right here that high-key low-key, I don't know why I'm petting the couch like a creep, but the couch here, high-key, low-key, I didn't realize it until I put it in the room and I set it next to the wall, but it low-key, high-key kind of looks like the PORN hub casting call couch, which, by the way, I can't say that word on YouTube because they will demonetize me, so we're just going to spell it out for you. And it kind of looks like the casting call couch. I promise you, we're not doing that kind of shit here. That's actually why I have pants on, so that I didn't pop a nut. Because if I had shorts on, I pop a nut on here. That's not a good look for the first episode. If you do want to see me pop a nut, that's going to be exclusive to the OnlyFans or maybe the Patreon. I'm kind of deciding which of the two. If you guys would like to see me do a podcast with my balls out, just drop a comment down below. And other than that, one more thing, a last thing about the set. I know if you're listening here, I'm going to try and get real close to the camera so everyone's watching. You see how this really, so basically I have a pop filter is what it's called. The pop filter goes over the mic so that whenever I say something with loud P's, like for example, like pussy, poppin', pickles, promiscuous girl, wherever you are. Notice how that didn't pop in your ear? Notice how you didn't want to crash your car on the highway because your ears started bleeding? That's because of this cute little pop filter right here. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have one that fit this mic, so I had to put this one on. I cut it because I'm an idiot, and then I rubber band it. It looks very, it looks very low budget, but it also looks very on brand for me. That's kind of something that I think you guys would expect from me and expect me to do. But I will get that fixed eventually, or I never will. I might have just lied to your face. We really don't know, to be honest. The crazy thing about, sorry, I was just trying to find a transition word here. And by the way, if there's ever cuts in the video, that's because the camera overheated. I can't really do much about that. That's not really my problem. Actually, that's actually directly my problem. I don't know why I said it wasn't my problem, but is there a way to fix that? Yeah, there probably is a way to stop the camera from overheating, but that's above my pay grade, which is, not the best right now. But we're working with what we got. We're loving life and we're living. There was something that I wanted to say and I completely just blanked. Something about, I wanted to hop into a story. Something with the IRS. I don't know. Anyways, taxes. The reason with taxes, this is what I want to say. Okay, now we're on a roll. Now we're on a role player. We're moving. We're having fun. We're jiving, okay? Listen, taxes. Like I said, don't know how those work, and the IRS is probably going to be on my ass. The reason for that is because I never actually had a real person job. Let me grab a drink real quick, which, by the way, I'm not going to show the brand here, but I'm just going to let you know that I drink these all the time. It rhymes with Celsius. It's kind of like an energy drink. One sec. It rhymes with Celsius. It also rhymes with Smelsius. If you would like to throw me a brand deal, please, for the love of God, do. Because we could really use some cash flow on my end over here. Anyways, the story that I want to tell you was the reason I'm all over the place. Let me restart here so that you guys get a better idea of what the story that I'm talking about. So the reason I never had to do taxes really was because I never had a real person job. I was always playing football. I never had time to go work somewhere or do anything like that. I was always football, school, sleep, do it all over again and again and again. But the first ever real person job I did have one. But I wasn't employed. I was employed, but I wasn't employed. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it was my uncle's construction company. I worked for him, and I only worked for him for a month. So I was never employed. I kind of just worked for him, and then he would pay me money, which I'm realizing is the exact definition of what a job is. But regardless, so the first time I was over there with him, we went to this first job site. It was the first week I think I was working with him, and it might have been the first or second day, to be honest. And so we go to this job site, and it's just me and him, and we're framing windows. Now, keep in mind, I've never framed a window in my life. I've never done any of that kind of work. I've pretty much just, the best that I have done is use a screwdriver somewhere. That's a little bit weird of a hand motion. Looks like I'm giving an OTPHJ. I've only used a screwdriver. I know how to use a staple gun, stuff like that. I know how to use that stuff, but he wanted me to frame the window, caulk the window, which, by the way, YouTube, that's CAULK, not the other one. So let's not demonetize your boy. Anyways, we're there. He's trying to explain it to me for like 30 minutes, and he's thoroughly explaining, and he's doing a fantastic job. But unfortunately, all I'm thinking about is, Katy Perry. I mean, because, how can you not be thinking about fireworks 24/7? Baby, you're a fire. You work. You know what I'm saying? It's an electric song. It really gets you going. It gets you out of bed in the morning, and it gets you real excited. Get you excited to take on the day. Katie, I love you. Text me. Anyways, I'm thinking about Katy Perry. 30 minutes go by. He gets a phone call. After he gets out the phone call, looks at me. He goes, I got to bounce. I go, no, you fucking don't. And he goes, can you finish this up for me? And I go, what's up? You want me to, what? He goes, yeah, I've been showing you for what, like 30 minutes now. I feel like you could figure this out. And I was like, no, absolutely not. I cannot. I don't want to be liable in case, what if a mediocre storm comes through? And now keep in mind, this was like a renovation of a home. So, and it was for a family, okay? They had small children. And imagine I was caulking, right, the children's room, and I'm in there, I'm doing my thing, and the next thing you know, a year later, they're living in that home. They're having a great time. There's a little bit of rain outside. They think nothing of it. They're watching a movie. They're having a good movie night. Next thing you know, a big gust of wind comes by, window flies in, whoosh, kid's head, clean off. Decapitation. Now they're going to look to the builders. Who did that? Who built this window? Who put this thing together? All sources lead back to your boy. All sources lead to Cas. And now all of a sudden, I'm in jail for 25 years because I killed a kid. I think ahead. I'm an ahead thinker. A lot of you guys aren't going to think about that, but I am. And I'm going to be the one that's putting it out there. Anyways, what I was going on in my head was all of that, was me thinking about everything that was going to go wrong, and then I wasn't going to be able to do this. What actually came out of my mouth when he asked me to do this was, fuck yeah, I'm Bob the Builder. I am the man. I am the builder. I am the construction man. I am your guy. Noah, what did he build, an ark 2x2? I would have built a whole fucking yacht. We could have bought everyone could have been sucking and fucking. Every animal could have been sucking and fucking. There would be a Debra. There would be Debras. There would be so many different animals on that yacht that I would have built, that it would have been absolutely fantastic and would have completely changed the course of time. But he said that. I said that. That's how it happened. He left. I'm sitting there. Now I'm on YouTube. I'm looking at YouTube. I'm like, okay, how do I frame a window? Like he didn't explain it to me for the past 20 minutes, but I obviously wasn't paying attention. Like I said, Katy Perry, Firework, we just sang the song. By the way, if I ever start singing a song on here, feel free to join in at home. I really, really encourage you to do so. Anyways, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at YouTube videos. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then I'm looking at YouTube videos, and then of course, the guy in the YouTube video doesn't have the same window that I'm working with. Of course, he's got some different window, and he's like, if you're working with these kind of windows, and I'm like, that's the exact window that I'm working with. He goes, you're going to have to look up a different video. And I'm like, son of a bitch, Craig. What kind of fucking construction YouTube channel are you running here? Damn it. Anyways, I'm trying to look that up on YouTube. Eventually, I just start going at it. I just start committing. To the role, and I really start just competing. I just start getting after it. I'm like, he's going to be back in like 4 hours. I got to have this whole house done. There's no time to play games. This is no time to fuck around. So I start caulking. And then as soon as I get downstairs, the family walks in, and I'm like, oh my God. The family that owns a home, by the way, they walk in. I'm like, oh my God. And so I'm looking at them. They're looking at me. Of course, now, realistically, common sense, if I would have thought using common sense, I would have been like, they don't know what the fuck I'm doing. That's why they hired someone. They know nothing about construction. But of course, my stupid little brain at the time decided to think, hey, they know exactly what they're doing. They went to 4 years of trade school. They know exactly what I'm doing wrong, and they're going to punch me in the throat and curb stomp me outside of their home for fucking up their house. That's obviously not what happened. But since I was thinking that, I was like, oh my God, I need to pretend like I actually know what I'm doing here. So I get out a tape measure. I didn't need a fucking tape measure by any means, but I get out the tape measure and I just start measuring the fucking window, and I'm like, I just start making like those dad noises, where they like start mumbling shit that doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to them, and they're like, okay, 3/16 to the left. If I shove a penguin up my ass and then I suck my own thumb at the same time, we might be able to make this work. And so, anyways, I am doing that. They're looking at me like I'm fucking insane because obviously that makes sense. So then I go in the bathroom and they walk in when I'm in the bathroom. So they actually walk in on me while I'm caulking inside of the bathroom, which actually sounds very wrong. That sounds like that's going to be followed up with, and then they called the police on me. I'm sorry, okay? I'm just fucking, construction makes me horny. I didn't mean it. Welcome to the podcast. Fuck. What is that? Like fucking, we're not even like 12 minutes in, are we? I don't even know, but that was real early. So they walk in on me caulking all over their walls in the bathroom, and they were like, "Can I join?" Anyways, this podcast just became unrated. I don't know if this is gonna get approved on YouTube, but whatever. So they walk in on me doing that, and they actually look at me, and I am beating sweat. I'm losing my absolute fucking mind. And they go, "You are doing an outstanding job. Is this your first day on the job?" And I go, "No, I've been doing this for 3 years." And they go, "Well, it shows." I go, "Well, hard work pays off. What can I say?" And so that, it could have been worse, could have been a lot better, could have been a lot worse, though, at the same time. That was always fun. I actually have one more construction story, which is actually might be a little bit funnier. By the way, like I said, I only worked for him for like a month, and I have like multiple stories just from that month, but this one's actually pretty good. Anyways, we're at this other house. This was like probably like a week later, and my uncle trusted me with the box truck, which, by the way, if you don't know what a box truck is, just picture like a U-Haul or like a fucking FedEx truck, and that's literally what a box truck is, okay? It's pretty self-explanatory. The truck looks like a fucking box. Do the math in your head, okay? Anyways, they had this box truck, and we're loading it with just like pieces of wood. And like these pieces of wood, these are not like 2x4s. These are not little pieces of wood. Okay, this is not some little bullshit. This is big, aggressive, manly man shit that I was doing, okay? And we were loading it in, and like literally these pieces of wood, I'm talking tree trunks. I'm talking, you put those bitches together, you could have sent that shit to the North Pole. Santa would have used it as a tree. So basically, let's just say I'm throwing full pieces of fucking tree into the back of this truck, and I got a guy in front of the truck letting me know how far I got to go, right? Because there's a little opening in the truck where you could actually, if you threw hard enough, you could send something through the windshield, and that's obviously something that we don't want to have happen because bad. And so he's up front, and we get to the point where like I'm loading wood over my head. I can't see shit. I'm just chucking and praying. I'm just throwing Hail Marys. And we get to one of the last pieces of wood, and I push, and I feel a little bit of resistance. And I'm like, okay, that's new. That's definitely not right. And the guy goes, who's up in front, basically calling me a pussy. He's like, "Just fucking push it already." He goes, "We got plenty of room up here." And I go, "All right." I took that as a direct threat. I took that as a threat to me as a human. And I go, "All right, you want me to push this thing? I'll fucking push this thing." I threw that piece of wood directly through the windshield. And I just hear like a and I'm like, "Oh, fuck." And he goes, "Oh, fuck." And I go, "Oh, fuck, what's the problem? What's the problem, my guy?" He goes, "You're going to want to come up and see this." I walk up there, piece of wood clean through the fucking windshield. At first, I was like, "Oh my God, my uncle's going to fucking kill me. This is my first month on the job, and I already fucking broke a truck." But then the other part of me was, damn, I just fucking threw a piece of wood through a windshield. A car windshield. You know how strong you have to be to do that? So, I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there. I'm just saying, if you can't throw a piece of wood through a car windshield, don't fuck with Kaz. Don't fuck with Kaz, because apparently I got that kind of power in me. Hold on, let me get one more little drink here. My mouth is drier than the fucking Sahara Desert. My mouth is actually drier than... I'm not going to make that joke. Ah, my God. Anyways, I end up calling my uncle. Or no, we don't call my uncle first. I forgot we didn't tell him right away because I didn't want him to be all mad at me. And so when the other guy's looking at me, and he goes, "Someone's got to drive this fucking truck." And I go, "You're right. You should drive this fucking truck." He goes, "I'm not driving the truck." And I go, "What the fuck does that mean?" He goes, "You're driving the truck." And I go, "Why am I driving the truck?" And he goes, "Because otherwise I'm going to tell your uncle." And I'm like, that's a really good argument. I guess I'm driving the truck. So keep in mind now, this is the first time I ever driven this box truck. This truck is absolutely fucking massive. And so I'm in the front seat, obviously, driving. I got my hand on the wheel. I can't see anything to the right of me. Because there's literally wood through the windshield. Like I said, I cannot see to the right of me. I can only see left of me, in front of me, anything going right. No bueno. So the other guy, he was my eyes. He was my vision. We have to go onto this busy street. And I'm like, "Hey, am I good on the right?" He goes, "I think so." I go, "That's not what I'm looking for. I need an absolutely yes or an absolutely no. We are not fucking with sure, maybe, possibly. I need an exact thing." And he goes, all right, whatever. He goes, hold on. And then he goes, "Gun it." I step on that bitch. I fucking gun it. We finally make it all the way to the lumberyard. we pull up to the lumberyard because I forgot to mention this part of the story, but the reason we were putting the wood back in the truck is because we needed to bring it back to the lumberyard because we had too much wood. So we're at the lumberyard. I pull up, and like already those fuckers in the store are looking outside like, this guy really just put wood through his windshield. So I walk in, and right off the bat, the guy goes, "Are you the dumbass that just threw the wood through the windshield?" "Yeah, maybe I am. Maybe I am, buddy." "What? Is that a fucking problem?" "I'm sorry, okay? It's already been a rough day. You don't need to call me out on that. You don't need to start laughing in my face," which, by the way, that wood through the windshield, yeah, I threw that, okay? And if you keep talking shit, this right here, this fucking Haymaker 3000 is coming right for your jaw, buddy. It's coming right for your jaw. So if I could put a piece of wood through a fucking windshield, imagine what I could do to your jaw. Shatter it. I would fucking shatter your jaw. That's exactly what I would do. Anyways, we return the wood. We bring it back. Now, we're driving back. There's a fucking hole in the windshield. I mean, there's no way around it. There's a hole in the windshield. We bring it back. I drop the guy off. I come grab someone else who is going to go with me to go get a new windshield. And they drive, okay? So I'm like, okay, thank God. So they're driving. I'm in the passenger seat. And, and of course, we're driving. And what other than a cop fucking pulls us over. And I'm like, fucking, of course, man, why out of any day this guy wants to ruin ours? And he fucking pulls up. And this cop was an asshole. And he pulls up and he knocks, on the window. We unroll it. And he goes, "I couldn't help but notice, but did you guys know that there's a hole in your windshield?" No shit. No fucking shit. Obviously. Oh, my God. Oh, my. Ossifer, thank you so much. I had no idea that there was a massive hole in the middle of the fucking windshield. We actually had no idea. Thank you, kind sir. Obviously, we fucking knew there was a hole in the windshield. And he goes, "All right." Well, he goes, "You going to get?" He goes, "Well, you better get a new one." As a matter of fact, that's exactly where we were headed, actually. And he goes, "All right. Well, I'm going to write you up a warning here since you have a hole through the glass. And then I'm going to let you go on your way." And we were like, "Thank you so much. You were so kind. You did not need to do that. You are fantastico. Thank you so much." So that happened. That was cool. Now, real so quick, there's going to be a quick little cut here because I am going to, I'm going to be looking at questions that you guys sent in that you all want me to answer. Some things that I don't know what the questions are about. I'm not really sure what they contain, but we're going to ride with them. We're going to roll with them, and we're going to answer them. We're going to have a little fun together, okay? Also, by the way, if you ever want to be on the questions or whatever, questions of the week, follow the Instagram, Kicking It with Kaz. It's literally just Kicking It with Kaz. It's really not that hard to fucking spell. Go to the Instagram. I'm going to be posting polls on there, fucking question things for you guys to answer. We're going to bring it up, and your question might be on the podcast. So if you want your question to be on the podcast, get your ass over there, follow the podcast, and ask those questions. Anyways, into the questions. Alrighty, first question, which I don't know what we're going to call this, but maybe like Kaz questions with Kaz, freaking Quiznos with Kaz, Quiznos, shout out Quiznos, send me some free shit. I've never actually even had Quiznos in my life, if we're being completely honest here, but I mean Quiznos, maybe send me from some free shit. Also, I'm not going to read the names because I'm terrible with names. If you really want me to read names, then I guess in the future I'll read names and I'll just fucking butcher them. I'm not great with names. I'm only good with like really basic names like John, Mark, Connor. Basically really fucking white names because I'm white as fuck and I'm not great at pronouncing. I failed out of Spanish too. I'm not, which you could imagine, I'm not fantastic with the whole like enunciating cool names. I know how to say boring names. That's pretty much it. No offense to any names that I just said. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. No offense to the whole Bible squad there. No offense, brothers. But I mean, you got some pretty easy names and I'm pretty good at pronouncing them. Anyways, first question here was, let me look at that. I think I just forgot it. Oh, fuck, marry, kill, French toast, waffles, pancakes. I'm telling you right off the bat, I am fucking the shit out of some French toast. I'm fucking it. I'm beating it from the back, left, right. Okay, that's okay. I was taking that a little bit far. But, I mean, French toast, you know what French toast reminds me of? French toast reminds me of just like a sloppy one-night stand, just like wet. And we're not going to go into detail. This is really just becoming a very unrated podcast. But you know what I'm saying? French toast, if you think about French toast, you don't want to wake up every morning next to French toast because it's going to get old after a while. Because imagine you marry French toast and you see French toast and you roll over every day and you just go, fuck, God, do you ever change? Do you ever care about me? Do you ever care about how I feel? That's how I feel about French toast. I feel like that would end in divorce in I give it 3 to 5 years tops. 3 to 5 years tops after you marry French toast. It just won't last. And then we got waffles and pancakes. Tough decision. Tough decision, but it's not tough enough. Waffles, I'm brutally murdering the shit out of waffles. I don't give a fuck about waffles. Waffles, I know they're good, and people are People are probably going to get mad at me, and people are going to be like, how dare you disrespect the waffle community? How dare you disrespect waffles and everything they've given to you? Look, I'm happy for everything that waffles has given me. It's given me joyful times in my childhood. It's given me absolute wonders in my life. But unfortunately, up next to pancakes, like putting those two together, pancakes versus waffles, I'm brutally murdering the shit out of waffles. And like I'm not even talking like a quick death. I want to like waterboard waffles. I want to torture them a little bit and just let them know that they're the lesser of the two. Just let them know that they came in second. And I'm going to be waterboarding the shit out of this waffle. And it's going to be like, woo! And I'm going to be like, if you ain't first, you're last. And then the waffle's going to die. And I'm going to walk out of the room. That's a great fucking movie right there. Anyways, pancakes. Why am I marrying pancakes? Because who doesn't want to marry pancakes, dude? I'm going to roll over to them every morning and I'm going to be like, God, I love your face. I love how good you look with butter and syrup all over you. Which honestly doesn't even sound like I'm talking about pancakes. It just sounds like a weird kink that I have, but I don't. That was just me talking about pancakes and butters and waffles and syrup. Okay? Syrup. It's candy cane, swirly gumdrops. What's the elf thing? Fucking the 3 main food groups. Syrup, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup. That's my food groups. That's what I like to think about every day. Anyways, pancakes, I mean, because think about pancakes. You could put blueberries in there. You could put strawberries in there. You could put whipped cream. You could do other thing, and you're probably going to be sitting there and you'd be like, you could put that on waffles too, Anthony, but it doesn't taste as good. It's not as good. Pancakes are just fucking better. And you're just mad that you're stupid and you're a loser. That's why. And that's what I feel about pancakes, okay? I know this, and that's how we're going to wrap that up right there with the fuck, marry, kill. And I know that I kind of talked about that in a little bit of a way too sexual way. Actually, speaking of sexual things here really quick, I saw this thing on TikTok. Have you guys seen that Sex Life show or whatever it is? I don't know what it is. I think it's called Sex Life. I'm not 100% sure, but basically what it is what I've gained from it, from not actually watching it, but just hearing other people talk about it. It gives me a lot of like 50 Shades of Grey vibes, which, by the way, 50 Shades of Grey, I mean, let's be honest here. I know everyone likes to pretend like, oh my God, it's such a good movie with such a good plot line. It's literally just amateur porn with high production value. I mean, right? Nobody wants to say it, but I will. It's literally just amateur porn with high production value. And you're going to look at me and you're going to be like, yeah, I just saw 50 Shades of Grey. No, you just watched porn with your mother is what you just did. You just watched porn with No, I saw a movie with my mom. You watched porn with your mom. That's what you did. That's exactly what you did. Don't look at me and give me this bullshit. Also, I hate the people that read books, that read, like, what do they call them? Like, sexual fantasy novels. It's fucking book porn. It's book porn. Sexual fantasy novels. Get out of my face. Also, how do you read something and you're reading it, right? And you're just like, oh my God, it's so fucking hot. I'm so hard right now. You're just like, oh my God. And then you're literally reading. You're not even like fucking... You're imagining, I don't know. It's weird. You people are weird. I don't know. Anyways, the Sex Life, right? So this show, essentially what it is I just looked at it. There was this one point in it. There was this one timestamp in this show that everyone kept talking about. I don't remember the exact timestamp as I did watch this a week or two ago. But regardless, that's beside the point. I watch it at this timestamp. I'm not going to give you guys the timestamp because, ew. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. I go to this timestamp, and at first, I click it, and it's just some bare-ass dudes in a locker room. Just all you see is their ass cheeks. All you see is some cheeks, some ass. I'm like, all right, I've seen a full moon before. I've seen this before. I see my own ass in the mirror every day. Okay, I know how this works. But then you get caught a little bit off guard. Then they turn the... Hold on, I need a drink right now. I'm literally parched out of my mind. Oh my, I just choked a little bit. Sorry. One sec. Anyways, let me wipe this off. Anyways, I go to this timestamp. At first, all I see is some ass cheeks and booty cheeks, nothing crazy. And then this guy turns around. The camera does like a little swoosh, and it swooshes in 8-inch penis in my face. I was like, oh my god, is that a dick? Like, literally, my face was so close to the screen that I felt like the dick was in my mouth. Like, I was like, oh my god, please back up. And then it gets zooming in. I needed to push my phone away from my face because I was like, this is the closest another man's dick has ever been to my face. Okay, TMI, cause TMI, I know. That's the closest a man's dick has ever been to my face. And I was like, why? And better yet, like I just said, the dude's penis was out of this world. I mean, props to him. Fucking absolutely fantastic dick. That beautiful dick. It was great shape. It was great everything. I looked at it a little bit too long. Now that I'm giving all this detail, you're like, Anthony, how long did you watch? I watched the whole like timestamp that penis was on the screen. I looked at it like a way too fucking long. I was just so impressed. I was like, my God, that's a nice dick right there. That guy is packing some heat on him. And yeah, I just want to know. I want to know kind of how the audition process went with this, because I could imagine they probably wanted someone with a nice piece. So they walk up and you're at auditions, and I guarantee this is how it went. They're gonna be like, okay, sir. So if you could just first of all read the scene. He read the scene, did a fantastic job, obviously. And they go, all right, great. And then if you could just turn around, drop your pants, and let us see your penis. And then after that, and he'll be like, whoa, 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 whoa. What did he say? What did he say? Like, what in the fuck would someone even be thinking? My dog is bugging his absolute fucking head off. Coda, shut up! I'm working here. Give me 20 minutes. I really hope that's not fucking up the audio. If you guys hear the dog in the background, just completely ignore it for now and just kind of pretend like he's not barking and that everything's just fine and dandy and everything's super cool and super great. He's pissed. Son of a bitch. I'll fucking... Hold on. Coda, I grabbed the dog. No. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. Give me that. What? Oh, fuck, not the batteries. Give me those. Stay. I'm sorry, brother. Coda, just, okay? Good boy. Stay right there. Good boy. Who's a good boy? You're such a good boy. Okay. What was I talking about? Anyways, let's hop into our second question here, because I'm not 100% sure what we left off on. So let's just get into our second question here. Our second question is, would you marry The Rock? Abso-fucking-lutely I would. That man, I would eat pancakes off that man's chest. He is beautiful. Can we get up a picture of The Rock right here? Everybody look at The Rock. If you look me into my eyes, right? If you look me into my soul, and you are not a little bit sexually attracted to The Rock, you're out of your fucking mind. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to everyone around you. You're lying to your family. You're lying to your friends. You're lying to the community. Because everyone is a little bit sexually attracted to The Rock. Is it what it is? The man just... he just has that in him. He's just able to do that to people. And anyways, the next question here is the one that I wanted to... dude, what the fuck? Is this a game to you? Is this a game? Sorry about that. Coda, can we be a good boy? Are we going to be a good boy? Are we going to be a good boy, or are we going to be a bad boy? Okay? Because I'm going to need you to be a good boy for the next 10 minutes. Don't you bark on me. Coda, I'm going to come over there. Do you want to go back to the farm? Was that a yes? You want to go back to the farm? Do you? You really want to go back to the farm? You don't like it here? You don't think that we're giving you enough life? Why are you growling at me like that? Why are you doing this? What is this? Why do you during my show? Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Let me put him on the couch. God damn it, Coda. Coda, you're like out of my fucking way. Like, this is, I'm trying to do something here. You're like really, he's on my lap right now for anyone listening. You want to say hi? Really? I'm sorry about that, guys. Fucking just said a racial slur. Coda, you're canceled. You're canceled. Get out of here. You're canceled. How dare you fucking say that on my show? God damn it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry you heard that. All right, guys. We are going to take a quick break to introduce our first sponsor of the video, who is... I am just kidding. We actually have no sponsor. We have zero sponsors yet. We have zero sponsors yet, but I'm manifesting it. Okay, eventually we're going to have a sponsor very soon, within the next week, or maybe the week after that. We're just going to have to see. But listen, I do need to address something really quick for all the listeners that are listening. You probably think everything's cool, fine, and dandy. Nothing's absolutely wrong. Nothing happened, and you just keep thinking that, and you keep your little minds that way. But for everyone watching, they're going to notice that I did a little outfit change. They're going to be like, Anthony, what's going on here? Did we do a little scene change? What's happening here? All fantastic questions. Listen, Coda, you just heard him in the last 10, 15 seconds as you were listening here. He was really pissing me off. Really, I had to deal with him. Okay, I had to take him outside. I had to deal with him. I was not able to finish recording this, so this is actually the next day, and I'm recording the second part of this podcast, which will never probably happen again. Okay, I know we've had a lot of issues today. The camera kept fucking going on me. There was a lot of problems. I just, look, okay, it's the first time doing it. I'm not as tech savvy as I would like to be, okay, but it's just what it is. We're going to have to deal with it for the first couple weeks here, and after a while, I'm going to get the hang of it, and we're going to have, finally, after a while, we're going to have a smooth, just 1 hour straight, or maybe 1.5 hours. Okay, whatever I feel like doing, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be straight, no cuts, no problems. Anyways, listen, I don't remember what I left off on, but we're going to just hop into, I'm going to finish up some of these. Excuse me, I'm terribly sorry for that. We're going to finish up some of these questions. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be awesome. Also, anyone that's watching and anyone that's also listening and cannot see me right now, I do have a little bit of a man bun going right now, which it kind of makes me look like one of the founding fathers. It looks like my face should be on Mount Rushmore. Shout out Nicolas Cage. What a fantastic movie. That man just kept searching for that Constitution. And you gotta respect the hard work and the dedication. But I do look like a founding father, but because I have the chain on and the tattoos, I kind of look like a barista at Starbucks. So if you want a venti, feel free to DM your boy. I'm not really sure how the sizes work. I think that's highest size. Actually, when I normally go to Starbucks, this is my Starbucks order. If anyone's wondering if you want to send me some cash for a Starbucks order, you don't have to, but if you want to, definitely. I mean, I'm not gonna fight you about it, but I normally get a nitro cold brew, and I'll either get it black or I'll get it with a little bit of sweet cream cold foam. Sweet cream cold foam. It's kind of my go-to. I like it. It has like 300 milligrams of caffeine. Gets me absolutely jacked. Gets me absolutely fucking rolling, dude. Gets me excited, but then I crash and have like a small little anxiety attack. But that's the fun of the game, if you have caffeine and you don't have an anxiety attack, did you really even drink caffeine? Maybe. I don't know. I don't really know. I think that's just a me thing. But anyways, here, listen. I want to hop into this. I want to do a few more questions, then we're going to talk about a couple other things that I want to get off the old noggin here. Next question that we're on. Okay, would you rather be a genius or be good at any athletic activity you do? This is how I'm going to break it down for you. That's basically asking, would I rather be Albert Einstein or would I rather be Tom Brady? And the thing that you want to, I'd rather be Tom Brady. I mean, fucking, I was going to think about it. I'm not going to lie. I was going to really tease the question here, going to really give you blue balls, be like, oh my God, what is he going to say here? I really want to know. Yeah, no. Tom Brady every single day of the week. He's married to a supermodel. I don't really love what he does with his children. He kind of like, I don't know, he likes to French kiss them a little bit. I don't know, maybe that's a European thing. I think his wife is European, so that might be a European thing. I mean, stop it. It's gross and weird, and you kind of creep me out, Tom Brady, but at the same time, you're the GOAT, and I love you. And if I could shake your hand one day, I would absolutely love to. Shout out Tom Brady. Absolutely love the man. He's the GOAT, and that's just my formal opinion. But I also was going to say, originally, when I was thinking about kind of breaking this down for you, I was going to be like, well, that's either like, do I want to be Albert Einstein or do I want to be Ray Rice? And then part of me was like, wait a second, you can't say Ray Rice because then people are going to be like, the whole elevator thing. And I don't want to be associated with that. That's not, I don't like that. That's no support on my end for that thing over there. But next question that we wanted to jump into here, I think we're going to do one more of the little fan questions here. Would you rather have a pet chimpanzee or a pet kangaroo? This is a fantastic question. Whoever asked that, God bless your soul for this outstanding question. Chimpanzee or kangaroo? Well, let's break it down for you. First of all, chimpanzee, Planet of the Apes. We've all seen it. If you haven't seen it, it's a fantastic movie. I really recommend checking out. But I feel like if I have a chimp, right? One day this chimp is going to wake up. And he's going to, wake up as in, woke. This chimp is going to be woke. And I'm not talking about Twitter woke where you, try and cancel people for things that are really stupid. But I'm talking about real woke, as in, woke, as in, holy shit, I am in this man's home. I'm his pet. And I have so much more capabilities. What am I doing with his life? And I feel like one day this chimp, once again, is going to become woke. And he's going to wake me up in the middle of the night. And I'm going to be like, what? What's going on? I'm going to throw my glasses on. And this chimp's going to be in my fucking face. And he's going to go, shh. And he's just going to fuck her. And I'm going to be like, because he's fucking smothering me with a pillow. And he's just going to take me out of this world. And he's going to take over the world. And I'm going to be dead. And I'm not going to be able to help anybody. And it's going to be my fault. My fault that I raised this smart chimp to become a leader of the pack, of the wolves, of everything. And it's going to be my fault that the fucking world then just get taken over by chimps. Whereas kangaroo, on the other side, I don't think it has the brain capability or the opposable thumbs to be able to choke me like that. And I feel like if a kangaroo got out of hand, it's never going to be able to figure out how to use an AK-47. A chimpanzee, on the other hand, they're going to be able to figure out a lot of things that could kill me, which is a problem. The kangaroo, on the other hand, I mean, sure, I might get the unfortunate anomaly where I get the 6'4", 225-pound kangaroo that fucking knocks me out one day and just wants to box me 24/7, which is also not ideal and also a threat to my life. I mean, both of them are a threat to my life at the end of the day. But the kangaroo, I mean, it's the option now. I'm gonna have to pick the kangaroo, because if I don't pick the kangaroo, that's a problem, because once again, world domination, all these other things, blah 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 blue. Listen, when I was at the gym today, no, I don't want to talk about that yet. I just lied to your fucking face. I saw this thing on Twitter. I literally was just on Twitter and I was tweeting around. Which, by the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, @AnthonyKaz_, I believe it is. I'm a fun little tweeter. If you like tweets and you like to chuckle during midday, I recommend follow me on the old Twitter there. But I saw this tweet, not necessarily from Joe Biden, the president, of course. It said something about Joe Biden going door to door with vaccines, and I didn't read the rest of it because I didn't want to. But what I got from that was, I just found it kind of funny. Imagine Joe Biden like literally going door to door with like vaccinations, just like you open your door and he's like, "Are you vaccinated?" You're like, "No," and he's like, "Needle to the chest, needle to the chest," and he's like, "That one's on me, buddy." You just got a fucking needle in your chest. And you're like, "What the fuck, man?" And he's just, they like run out of vaccines. He's like, "I'm not sure what this is, but I found this under an underpass." This guy was shooting it in his arm, and I was like, "Man, you must be a great medical professional to be vaccinating yourself, sir. God bless you." When it was just some dude doing meth under an underpass. But I mean, hey, stay safe out there, kids. I mean, can you imagine if Joe Biden, if he like came to your door and I'm like, "Oh my God, do you have Thin Mints?" And he goes, I'm not a Girl Scout." And you just keep pissing him off. And you're like, "Can I get Do-si-dos?" And he's like, "For the love of God, I have the vaccine. I'm here to vaccinate you." And they're like, "Listen, give me my fucking Thin Mints and Do-si-dos or get the fuck off my front porch, you old fuck." Oh my God. I also saw this thing. Olivia Rodrigo posted this picture with Joe Biden, and the top comment I posted on my Instagram, it was, "Joe, get away from my girl." And I agree with that. I would like to up arrow. By the way, Olivia Rodrigo, she's dating like this 25-year-old man. I don't know if anyone's looked up on this. I know it's technically legal, 25 and 18, but it's not. It's that weird. Is that just me? Or should that be a serious problem? That's weird. Is that not weird? I mean, that's a little bit weird, wouldn't you say? It's just like 25. Like, this guy should have an apartment and like thing. I mean, like, Olivia probably has a fucking mansion. I mean, she is absolutely balling out there. I mean, she is absolutely killing the game. Shout out Olivia. If you ever want to be a guest on the podcast, please, or if you want to date me, or all of the above, please contact me immediately. But this guy is 25. That is not okay. I don't care under what laws, what it is. I feel like if you're 21, 18's okay. 22 and 18, I'll even let 23 and 18 slide, even though I maybe wouldn't morally support it, but I would let it slide. Anything over 23 dating an 18-year-old is fucking weird, because 3 months ago, she was a minor, right? I don't know when her birthday was, but let's just say it was 3 months ago. 3 months ago, she was a minor, and that guy would have been in jail. Now, all of a sudden, he's cool and he's fine and dandy and they're dating? Oh my God, that's weird. Haha. Can I get a "that's weird"? No. That's fucking gross. I wish I had a soundboard. I wanted to do like every fucking gross. Nasty. Disgusting. Blech. Anyways, I don't remember what I was going to say next. Something about Olivia Rodrigo, something about the gym, something about boom, bang, boom, the gym. I was at the gym, and this happened a couple weeks ago. Also, if you guys ever see me in public, please announce where you know me from. If you know me from the podcast now, if you know me from YouTube, if you like my TikToks, if you like all three, if you just like my content in general, just acknowledge that, because there's been a lot of people that's come up to me, and it's been a really weird interaction. I'm not saying I love meeting all of you. Like, I seriously, like, if you want a picture, I've taken pictures with a few people. If you want me to fucking send a Snapchat to your friend, if you want, the only thing I won't do is I probably won't make out with you. I mean, I might make out with you. I mean, honestly, I'm not taking the cards off the table. But I mean, maybe yes, maybe no. But don't immediately go for the makeout. That's a little bit weird, okay? But if you ever come up to me in public, like I said, acknowledge where you know me from? Because this guy came up to me at the gym, and it was odd. I was working out, and he just goes, "Yo, bro." He hits me on the shoulder, and he just gives me knuckles, and he goes, "Fuck yeah." And I'm like, what? What was that? Which it was also like 6 a.m. So I was like, I wasn't like fully awake at the moment. I was a little bit confused, and I was like, what did this guy just did? And I just start running through my head. I'm like, where the fuck do you know me from? There's such an odd interaction. Also, this other lady, and first of all, I just want to throw out a quick little no offense here, okay? Just a quick little no offense to any of my older viewers, no offense to you or anything like that, so don't take any offense to this. Like I said 47 times, Anthony, pull it together. But this lady at the gym, she kept looking at me, and like normally I kind of could get the gist, kind of sort of, when I feel like people know me, because if I lock eyes with you 47 times in 30 minutes, I feel like you probably recognize me from somewhere, and please come up and say something to me. But this lady kept looking at me, but it wasn't the normal like, do I know this guy look. It wasn't like I feel like I've seen this man somewhere. It was more of like, fuck me eyes. And she kept looking at me. Like literally every time I turned around, this lady would be staring at me. And I was like, okay, you're making me a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know what you're trying to do here, but it's kind of weird. And so after a while, I was just like, kept looking back at her. And I'm like, are you trying to fuck me, or do you know me from somewhere? Like, make up your mind, lady. I don't know what her issue was. Also at the gym, I thought this was really funny. I just wanted to share this quick little piece of information with you. But when I was looking up at like the TV or whatever, it was like when like Formula One racing was on. I never watched the races. I'm not a big Formula One kind of guy. I'll watch, honestly, I don't know why I like it, but every once in a while I will throw on like the last laps of NASCAR. I don't know why it gets me going. It makes my balls tingle. I just feel like, because it's kind of like the adrenaline junkie that's inside of me kind of wants to take one of those cars 200 miles an hour and see if I survive. Not even the fact of like driving it around. I want to like put the pedal to the floor and just see if I could live. Anyways, what was I saying? Something about, Formula One. I saw it on at the gym, and I found it extremely funny that there were like signs on the course of the Formula One that said, don't drink and drive or whatever. And like, I know it's for people watching to be like, you're right, I shouldn't drink and drive. These guys don't drink and drive. I shouldn't drink and drive, which you shouldn't drink and drive. I like, ever, like period, ever. But I just found it really funny thinking about the fact that these Formula One racers would like pull up to a race, and then they would see one of those signs, and they would go, oh my God. I was going to drink a 12-pack. Oh, thank God for that sign. I was going to get absolutely plastered and drive 300 miles an hour or 200, whatever. Okay, don't fucking come for me. People are going to be like, actually, they actually drive 211 miles per hour if you read a fucking book for once, Anthony. You suck my balls. Suck my balls. Kindly and gently. Anyways, this guy, I want to bring this guy up. This guy, I believe his name is Carl Nassib on the Raiders. If I got that correct, shout out my brain for remembering that kind of information. But he came out recently as gay, which, by the way, we here at the podcast, and by we I mean me, because it's only me here. We support the LGBTQ plus community. I'm sorry, the letters, there's a lot going on. Honestly, the next time I ever bring you guys up, I'm just going to call you the Rainbow Gang. If that's cool and you like that, let me know in the comments if that's totally cool, because if I say those letters in unison one more time, I might have a fucking aneurysm. And that wouldn't be great. It would, because at hospital, all that good stuff. We went over earlier how I don't like hospitals, or did we? Maybe we didn't. We'll say that for another time. But anyways, you guys have my support. Like I said, that guy has my support fully. Follow him on Instagram. He's a great looking dude, by the way. I don't know why I said that. I'm not gay, just in case anyone was wondering. I'm not. He's a good looking dude. I can acknowledge that, but I'm also not saying that as in like, hey, DM me, I mean, like, if you want to come on the podcast, honestly, if anyone wants to come on the podcast, anyone noteworthy, anyone that has any kind of following, if you could get a flight here and come on the podcast, I can't pay you. I'm not going to pay you, but if you would like to come on here and you want to chit chat, DM your boy and let me know, and we'll make it happen. But that guy, anyways, the reason I wanted to bring him up was because his comments, right? Obviously, you got to go to the comments. There's always going to be those fucking pussies, those fucking losers who are like, I'm never watching the NFL again. Good, bro. Don't come out of your fucking cave, you inbred. Any of you fuckers who are like, I don't support that. Loser. God, you loser. You're a loser. No one likes you. Go fucking kick rocks. Go jump off a cliff. Don't do that. Okay, I probably shouldn't say that. I probably shouldn't say that. Don't jump off a cliff, but also don't talk to me and don't listen to this podcast. Okay, so fuck you. But anyways, Colin S. I went to his comments, and like I said, there was all those people in there, absolute losers. Also, another comment that came. This was like not a while back, but like a month ago. It was during Pride Month, and I saw that pit vipers. I'll throw them up on the screen. They had like these rainbow ones or whatever. I don't know. They're just rainbow pit vipers. It's pretty self-explanatory. You could figure that out for yourself. And so they had these rainbow pit vipers that they were selling, obviously, for Pride Month, where they're fucking sick. They actually look dope. I'm actually mad at myself that I didn't buy them. But anyways, I look in their comments, and of course, same type of comments like, you lost my business. I don't know why I have like a southern accent. Wait, let me try one more time. You damn near lost my business. How about fucking, what's going on here? I thought you guys were a piece of shit company like I am a piece of shit person. Fucking, now I gotta go fuck my cousin in Ray-Bans. And not my pit vipers. Because I don't support you. You fucking, anyways, the inbreds are yelling again. But what was I going to say? Oh, pit viper, whoever is their, I don't even know what to call it, social media management person. I'm not really sure what the correct name is for that. Whoever you are, I fucking love you, because I'm assuming they're an intern maybe, or maybe it was the CEO. I'm not 100% sure. I really hope it was the CEO. But I looked at the comments, and it was before, I think they like turned off comments now because the social media manager was getting out of hand. And anytime someone said something like disrespectful or they were just being a dick, the social media person came back with just absolute jabs. Like someone would be like, I'm not supporting you anymore. And they're like, good, you look musty, you fucking loser. And I kept scrolling through, and the pit viper, like I said, whoever it was, that social media manager, I fucking love you. That shit was hilarious. I was scrolling forever because literally you thought that they would just like respond to one person and then like pin it. No. Anyone that showed some disrespect or said that I don't want your business anymore, they were like, good, you look musty. You look disgusting. I don't even want your business, you fucking loser. It was great. It was fantastic. Maybe want to buy pit vipers more. I really need to get a pair, honestly. Pit vipers, as you're listening, first of all, if you want to fucking be a sponsor, please, like literally, please, I will wear pit vipers for, okay, maybe not the entire episode because that's a little bit of a distraction. You could understand that because they look so good. Look at that little thing I did there. But listen, seriously, like if anyone listening, if you know somebody a pit viper, like dead ass, get in contact with me, email me, and we'll get something going here, and we can get a little sponsorship, and I could wear them for like the entire ad. I will give you a fantastic ad, and I will promote the living shit out of you because those things are absolutely fire, and I love them, and I love you, and we could, if you want to hang out sometime, we could as well. So whatever you want to do, I'm willing to do, and we just hang out, vibe, kick it with everyone, squad, all that good shit. I'm trying to think here what else. I feel like I had like a few more things that I want to tap on. I just got to look at my notes, which by the way, I also want to say once again, I know I said this like a million times, but I'm very, very sorry about all these cuts. I'm going to try my best in the future to like fix this camera, see what's going on with everything. And it's just, it's a work in progress. Okay. It's not my fault, but it is a work in progress, and it is what it is. And you are what you are, and you see what you see. Listen, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm not really sure why I was thinking about it, but I was thinking about the fact that you can't just fight people anymore, which I'm not like going around trying to fight people, which by the way, who is trying to go around trying to fight people is, what's his name? Bryce Hall, obviously, which by the way, Bryce Hall, lost respect for him. Not that I really had much before the fight, and I know the fight was a little bit ago, but we're still going to bring it up because it's kind of sort of relevant. And so Bryce, no disrespect, but it's just a joke. Listen, what I'm trying to say here is Jake Paul. I actually respect Jake Paul more than Bryce Hall. Hear me out. I don't like Jake Paul. I don't like him as he would, if I were to hang out with Jake Paul, I probably would not want to hang out with Jake Paul. And if I ever meet him in person and he brings this clip to me, I'm going to absolutely stand behind all of my words that are about to come out of my mouth right now. But the thing about Jake Paul is that if he ever does something wrong or he says something that, maybe people like wouldn't agree with, he never backs up on being a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I need to fix my fucking headphones real quick. Anyways, Jake Paul never back. He never stops being a dickhead, which I could respect. Like even if he lost a fight, he would come out of that fight and make a million excuses. But Bryce Hall, on the other hand, he talks so much shit. He was like, I was in 40 street fights. I mean, this is basically patty cake. Which, by the way, dude, 40 street fights. Where, what, why, how? All the 5 W's. We got the who, what, where, when, why, and how. Wait, that's 5. There was an H in there. Anyways, you get what I'm trying to say here. Bryce, you got to back up. Immediately, as soon as after he lost the fight, he immediately backed out. He backed down on his word, and he was like, I'm really not even a fighter. You were just saying you were a fighter. You're lying to yourself, the community, and everybody around you. Whereas Jake Paul, he sticks to his word. Which, by the way, when Conor, he broke his fucking foot or something this weekend, Conor McGregor with a fight, it was funny because Jake Paul tweeted at Dustin Poirier, or fucking, I don't know. His last name makes my brain hurt. It shouldn't, though. It's a really basic last name. But Dustin got tweeted at by Jake, and Jake made a chain with Conor laying on the ground with a bottle of NyQuil. And he goes, Dustin, yo, you want me to gift you this? And Dustin goes, yeah, send it my way. And then Jake goes, do you want me to send it to you with the leg already broke, or do you want to do it yourself? So that was a little bit funny. I kind of like the exchange there. I appreciate it. But basically what I'm trying to say is that I respect Jake Paul more because he continues being a dick no matter what. Where now Bryce is like Mr. Nice Guy. I've seen Bryce all over the place. He's not talked 1 ounce of shit. Or beforehand, he was talking absolute shit out of his ass crack, which if he was only doing that to sell, to sell the fight, and he was a nice guy around other people, then I could respect that. I could respect the fact that, he's just trying to sell the fight, and I would probably do the same. And, if I were to fight Bryce, which I'm not trying to fight Bryce. Nobody actually make this happen, okay? I don't want to keep talking about this because people are going to be like, oh, yeah, Kaz, you're such a tough guy. Why don't you get in the ring? Tango with the best TikTokers. Why don't you fight Vinny Hacker? I really don't want to. I want to hurt that beautiful man's face. I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to hurt it. That's his moneymaker right there. And I agree. I wouldn't punch him. I would let him beat my ass. I would let Vinny beat the shit out of me. I would not want to ruin that man's face. I probably wouldn't let him beat my ass. I would definitely fight back. But you get what I'm saying here. Anyways, what I was thinking about was you can't fight anymore, and it bothers me. And what I mean by that is essentially there's so many cameras around. Beforehand in the olden days, somebody bumps into you and you're like, hey, you want to fucking tango? And then you fight each other, and then, within an inch of your life, and then both of you shake hands afterwards, make out, and go home. But what am I sitting on right now, dude? There's a piece of wood in this couch. This couch wasn't, it was expensive, but not expensive. Oh my God, did a spring break? Oh my God, I'm going to fucking spaz. I think it did. I feel like a rod's about to go up my ass. Shit. Anyways, we're just going to have to deal with that. That's a problem for another time. Oh, that's not very comfy. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, you can't fight anyone anymore. That's correct. You can't fight anyone anymore, which is extremely annoying. And you can't just, because there's so many cameras and everything, and literally you punch someone and they're like, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to call my dad. I'm going to have my dad call your dad, and I'm going to sue the shit out of you. You fucking pussy. Why? Oh, you shattered my jaw. Fuck you. Suck it up. You wanted to fight. It's not my fault that I got fucking bricks as knuckles. That's not my problem. Get a stronger face, fuckboy, and then figure it out. Figure your life out. Figure out how you're going to do all that stuff. Anyways, guys, now we're going to actually end the podcast here, but don't fucking leave. Don't leave, okay? I got a lot of things to say, and you're going to want to hear them. First of all, follow the Kicking It with Kaz Instagram so that you could always be updated with everything. You always want to be updated with shit and stuff. I'm eventually going to drop merch. Merch for just me in general is coming very soon. The merch is coming very soon, so be on the lookout for that. So also follow my Instagram, @AnthonyKaz_. Also follow my other YouTube channel, Anthony Kaz. There's a bunch of videos on there. I know you're going to love them. And follow my Twitter, like I said earlier, @AnthonyKaz_. Or just go to my Instagram. The link for everything is there. You can figure it out yourself. Also, I already said, follow the Kicking It with Kaz Instagram. Good shit. Make sure you guys leave stars. I'm talking drop the stars on Apple Podcast specifically. I'm not really sure why it specifically matters that you need to do that shit on Apple Podcast. Don't ask me why. That's just the way. I'm terribly sorry. I don't know why the fuck I'm burping like an absolute maniac right now. But make sure you go follow the podcast, sub to the podcast, like it on YouTube, especially, like I said, on Apple Podcasts. Figure that shit out wherever you listen. Also, you're probably wondering, I don't know if I addressed this earlier. If I did, fucking deal with it. Where the podcast is going to be available. Listen, it's going to be available. It should be available everywhere. I'm working on that. If it doesn't happen, that's corporate's problem. I feel like I made this joke. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. We're just going to make it again. If I don't figure that out and it's not available everywhere, I'm terribly sorry, but is 100% going to be available on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube first week, no doubt, but it should be available everywhere. And if you're wondering if it is available everywhere, then go to the fucking Instagram, okay? Anyways, I want to end every episode with 2 claps and a Ric Flair, so I encourage you to join in at home. Anyways, here we go. Can I get 2 claps and a Ric Flair? Woo! See you next week!